Ladies and gentlemen, they themselves alike, welcome to Comedy and Crumpets. My name is Pat Treuer. To the other side of me, that side of me, Dylan Mandlsohn. We are happy to be here, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't tuned in, which looks like no one is, then, we would love to hear you, anything you have. This is our weekly show here in the UK, Canada, and Colorado. Dylan's coming to us from Toronto. I'm coming to you from Colorado, and this is our show where we get to get together, have a few jokes, no crumpets. Okay, we're going to put that out there right now, and interact however you want to. So please feel free to fire off any comments. We love to hear it. We get a few regular viewers. You know we love you. We're looking forward to your comments, questions. We're going to cover a wide variety of topics this evening, this afternoon, depending on where you're watching from. So, buddy, how's your week been?
Buddy, my week is fantastic. I'm both energized and exhausted at the same time. Can you believe that? Oh, geez, you'll betcha. I'm in a world of it's a whole new world right now. I'm Aladdin and Jasmine. Oh, geez.
Oh, well, tell me about it.
Okay, well, I do have a story, and do you want to go? Do you want to go first? I'll go. Because I want to marinate in what I'm preparing to.
Yeah, well, that sounds great. Well, okay, so some of our viewers know that I've got a business, and prior to the old pandemic, we were doing in-person shows. Sorry, I got distracted by old Daryl Rothenberg here. I'm Daryl, the hardware guy comedian. No joke, no problem. Fantastic, Daryl. Thanks for listening.
Hey, Daryl.
Keep them coming, and we will try. Listen, you're talking to two comedians here. We're going to get distracted by some things, okay? That's especially Ray Turner. Good evening, chaps. Ray.
Good evening, Ray.
Ray, always lovely to have you. So,
always.
All right, now here's the story. I'm not going to look at the comments while I tell it. I have a business, and the goal of the business is to make people laugh, to have a good time, and we do a lot of corporate events. We were doing in-person shows prior to the pandemic. Pandemic hit, we shifted to virtual shows, and as a result, I've created opportunities. Actually, not just me, all the comedians that I've been working with, we've done a wonderful job, including Dylan. Dylan's been on a lot of shows and has done a knock-up job every time. As the success has happened with the business, the level of comedians that I've been working with has continued to increase. And we're talking comedy specials, streaming specials, and, just people that it's like I have been in awe of for a long time, for like 15 years and like a certain level. And I'm just like, wow. And I had this element of being starstruck. And now that I've always wondered, how do you not be starstruck? Well, work with the people that you're starstruck by. That's the best way to not get starstruck. Some of them we've had some shows where I said very detailed information to the comedians. Hey, this is it. They don't want to talk about this subject matter. Leave it out. Right. And it's like, it's an agreement we have. Very simple. And these people are paying our bills. Let's give them what they want.
Right.
And nothing out of hand, by the way. Okay. It's nothing outrageous. Like, hey, we really don't want to hear about your struggles in life. It's like, hey, can we just stay away from politics this week? That's all we like. Or like, hey, can we just keep it PG-13? Right. And actually Dylan told this to me. As comedians, I did not know this. I did not realize this. And these are Dylan's words. Dylan, do you remember? Do you know what I'm about to say about the rating system? Do you want to say?
I don't. No, I don't know.
You told me, you said as comedians, our definition of PG-13 is the general public's definition of subreddit, what you find on subreddit and the dark web.
That's right. So, that's our Disney.
Yes. Yeah, that's our Disney. Get to the point. Scott, I am. So I have, unfortunately, have to learn, I guess fortunately now because we're going to be better, that I have to basically treat people who are way above me in terms of success in comedy like they're just starting out. And I have to say it like very clear, like people who are 20 years older than me. I have to tell them, I need you to read this 4-sentence email. And I need you to ask me any questions that you have. And then after I tell them that, I have to call them. Did you read the email? Oh, no, I didn't. Well, why don't we talk about it over the phone? And this is so way too long of a story. However, if you want to eliminate being starstruck, just go ahead and start working with the people that you're starstruck by. It'll take care of it like that. I probably could have just left it at the 2 sentences and left out the other 4 minutes, but
well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Next week we'll be back.
Ray Turner, God's feet of clay, eh? 100%, Ray. 100%, man. Bodies.
Oh, they got weak capes, man. They fly real easy.
Have you, Dylan? You're a successful comedian, and that you do not fall in that category. You've been very wonderful. Have you had, and we're not going to ask for names, have you had experiences with comedians that you've looked up to, and then you worked with them or been around them, you're like, not a great person?
I've worked with some people of a big stature that, I tend to get along with everybody I work with pretty much because I'm a pretty easygoing guy myself, but I recognize really big personalities and big egos. And I know that if I don't play like younger brother to them, it's an issue. And I just would rather avoid that. I don't have an ego like that. I don't have like, I need to be the funniest guy or you need to respect me. I remember one time I was working with Pauly Shore. We were doing a gig 2.5 hours north of Toronto in a town called Parry Sound. Okay. And the truth is we got along great, but he did have a very big personality. And I thought to myself before I picked him up and drove up there that if he was going to give me any guff, you know who I am, I'm like, dude, we're both doing Parry Sound. Okay. Like easy does it, man. You know,
we're ready.
Yeah, we're both performing in front of 100 people that have never seen comedy before in their life. Okay, so let's just take it down a notch, Pauly. Yeah. But the truth is, he was like as we drove, he kind of calmed down and it was great. But I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Pat can never criticize Dylan for rambling tales ever again.
100% correct, Ray. 100%. That was one of my longer ones, and I've lost all privileges to.
No, I appreciate that in a way because comics can be difficult people to work with. It's true, and Pat is a dude that works with a lot of comedians, and he has high pressured shows and corporates and stuff. I've done them. They're really sensitive. People are like, we want to laugh, but we're scared. If you could just a knock, maybe who's there? Maybe a chicken crosses the street, a little suspense. Why does it happen? I don't know. Like it's weird. All right. And I've done the mother of them.
Yeah. Yeah. You've done so many, man. So you're right. When you say that younger brother role, you have to do it just to appease people, just be like, yeah, I know I got to do this. Yeah.
It's just a way of surviving it, really. Because I know that my interactions with them is temporary, and I'm like, look, man, I just want to have fun and do a good job. And if you need to be the king of this small town, go ahead or
go for
whatever.
It. Did your name? We'll write you in on the ballot.
Yeah.
It's all right, though. Enough of that. How about this? Look at that. Fran Mandlsohn. He met Rich Little.
I did. Thanks, Mom. Thanks. I did. I was 18 years old, and I met Rich Little at a corporate he was doing for real estate agents. And I'm 18 years old. I see it in the newspaper, and I buy myself a ticket, only to realize, tickets weren't even really being sold. It was actually just announced, but I, for some reason, got myself in. And before the show, all these real estate agents are passing out their cards. Hey, call me if you ever need a mortgage or selling a house. And I'm like, all I have is my student card. I'm like, all right, call me if you ever need someone to learn, And he comes out, Rich Little. He does all the impressions. By the way, they push me right to the back of the room. They're like, yeah, worst seat in the house, kid. That's what you get. Dylan, are you Canadian by chance? Ray, I'm going to give you one chance to guess. What do you say?
Ray,
do I sound like I'm from Manchester? Yes, perhaps in this moment, but no, I'm not.
All right, so they pushed you to the back.
Push me to the back. Rich Little comes out. He does all the impressions that I've loved watching my whole life up to that point, which is 2 minutes of living. And and he comes out, and so afterwards, I get the chutzpah like the nerve to go backstage to meet this guy. And he's standing there with a bunch of his family members because Rich Little is also Canadian, and Ray. I finally get a word in edgewise with him, and I go, "Hey, I loved your show, and I bought your tape, One's a Crowd." And he looks at me and he goes, "Oh, so you're the one." And so he says, "Listen, a couple of my family members and I were just going to go hang out in my hotel room, and I'm releasing a CD. Do you want one?" And I'm just like, this is like, for me, like one of the Beatles.
Yeah.
Asking me up to his hotel room. Like, I'll do anything for it too, Mr. Little. I'll do anything for it. You don't know what you have here. So anyway, I get up to his hotel room. He's got a bunch of his family members there, and I go, "Mr. Rich Little, sir, I've heard that it's never a good idea to try another comedian laugh, but I'm an impressionist. Can I show you what I've been working on?" And he just gives me the floor. His family members, they'll stand at the back of this hotel room, and I'm at the other end, and he goes, "Yeah, let's see what you got." So I started doing all of his impressions that he was doing, like Johnny Carson, doing him. I started doing like Clint Eastwood, just started mugging it up. And then I think I did like Jimmy Stewart, and I started doing like Alan Thicke. Because I started doing him. Do you guys remember Alan Thicke? Very creamy voice. Hey, Mike. Stuff like that. Yeah. So anyway, he gives me his CD and a hat, and I could tell he wants me to leave. Like, "Well, thanks for coming up," and I'm like, "I don't want to leave. I don't want to go there." And I'm clearly now overstaying my welcome. Yeah. But I eventually leave and just was like on cloud nine, and all I can say is, what a kisser, man! That guy can really. No, he didn't do that. No, he was great. And that was that was one of the heroes I met where he was great. So that was a good experience. He was not like a dick or anything like that. Great. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good story. I like that. That's terrific.
Yeah, it was nice. I was on cloud nine for a week. I went back into high school thinking I don't want to be here ever again, this high school. I'm so beyond it. I want to be a comedian. I couldn't even hear people talk to me. I was on just like, "I met Rich Little. I met Rich Little." I did impressions for Rich Little. He liked them.
You were 18 when you met him?
I was 18 years old. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Sorry, I got distracted. I know you had a big week here. What happened in your week?
Well, it started with me falling off a treadmill.
Uh-oh.
And I got to tell you, buddy, it wasn't like a whoops-a-daisy. Like, some people fall and it's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." It was like a,
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, like it was gnarly, man. And as you know, I'm 6'4", and when someone who's 6'4" falls, it's a movie, man. I mean, birds flew out of trees. It was like I'm not like the shadow lines changed along the plains. You know what I mean? Like it was. But you could hear the entire Rocky IV soundtrack.
Did you step on the side, on the still part with the track still moving?
Yes, I did. And I got slightly distracted. Classic. I lost my footing. My mom was right there. She sees me. She cries out, "Ah, my face!" And like having not even care a world that it's me falling.
What was behind the treadmill? How much space? What objects?
Like nothing. Like it was like treadmill and then this like bookshelf. So I had no room, and I wasn't wearing that locks, that thing that pulls out and then the treadmill stops. Wasn't wearing that. So the treadmill, the treadmill's like just some idiot going, "Yeah, this guy's probably still on. He's still moving. That's what he's doing."
Oh no.
So I'm trapped now underneath like this treadmill thing, and it's just basically sanding away at my skin, and I'm like, it was just insane, man. So my mom, she gets up, runs over. The fault line shifted. The fault line shifted. What was that, Mom? I'm trying to tell a story here. Could you?
If Dylan falls off a treadmill, nobody's there to hear it.
Yeah.
Good thing. It sounds like a good thing your mom was here. Let's continue with how Fran rescued you.
She snapped into action, trying so hard not to giggle, and she turns off the conveyor belt, and
I
got to tell you, it was like it felt like the machine was just skinning me right down to the bone. Which is that right there? It's just a really serious ouchie. And I knew when I hit all kinds of stuff. My hands hurt, wrists, ankles, knees, legs. I knew I would never exercise again.
Oh, buddy.
That and I just don't want to.
Right. We could have guessed that one. I was like, what were you doing on a treadmill? Were you trying to get some new material? What was going on there?
No, man, I wanted to work out. I wanted to exercise. You're just doing stuff for material, man. No, health is important to me occasionally.
I was like, good for you for really diving in, you know?
Yeah.
You really ran that one up here. Look at this here.
Yeah. Dylan, what was your favorite joke from last Thursday's Zoom show? You seem to be digging it. What Zoom
Scott
show?
was on the Zoom show we did last Thursday. The old appreciation show. His comment to me was that he looked at your screen and that you couldn't have been more disinterested if you tried when everyone else was performing.
Well, you know, I'm an old salty dog, man. I've heard. I mean, I've been in the game 23 years, and you know, I definitely, I'm always listening. I'm always paying attention because I want to be in the room when it's my turn, and I'll connect to certain things. But you know, it's tough. It's tough to laugh at a joke occasionally, but I'll do a better job. I can just plaster a face. Hi, everybody. That's great. Just kill him. Oh God, this is hurting. You know, but yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, I always just assume people aren't really looking at me until it's my turn. You know, they're
Scott's
not like
always watching.
Oh, Scott. Well, I know Scotty's got a crush on me. So, you know.
All right. What else? Is that the end of the treadmill story, or is it run on more?
Nah, pardon the pun. I see what you. I see what you may have accidentally walked in there.
That's one. That's one pun for Pat.
That's right.
Not a good one.
Well, it you know what, man? It was an experience that I realized falling is no joke. It is it can really hurt. And only you can prevent forest fires. No, I don't know. Yeah, that's about the end of the
post-treadmill stress disorder.
People think, you know, a lot of people think that, and by a lot of people, I mean the two that I've told this story to, think that that it happened because I got distracted, or I wasn't, you know, I didn't use the safety lock, or that it's been a while since I exercised, and none of that is true. Yeah. It's because I manifested it. I manifest everything. I'm the manifestor. That's the thing. That's the thing that I want to talk about this week. I want to get into, is the law of attraction real? Do you subscribe to it? People watching, do you think it's real? Because it's pseudoscience. It is science that hasn't been proven. There's nothing backing this science, and I challenge it. I want to know. You want to know why, Pat? We want to know why I want facts and cold hard truths.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Pseudoscience.
Yeah, let's go.
It's because I'm a Libra. And that
okay, good. You got me. You got me on that one.
Do you get it?
Yeah, that's really good.
Get it? Because that's
I'm starting to get that comedy reaction like you were. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's an industry laugh right there. You know you're inside the industry when that's your new laugh. It's just, you know, that's funny. Yeah, that's clever.
So Libras believe in facts.
Yeah, no, the whole idea is that I'm challenging pseudoscience because of something based in pseudoscience. That was the old premise and the old bit there, Rooney. I don't mind explaining my jokes. I'll explain them.
I love it.
And we can keep going. You know, it doesn't affect
like I get them, and I really don't. And what I've learned this year is that my confusion is often confused with genius.
Well, hey, I'll take that as a compliment as I bomb over here.
Yeah. So I appreciate the explanations because you know me, I'm a laugh and I think it's for one reason. Turns out it's totally a different reson.
That's right. How'd you do today, Dylan? Well, Pat was pretty confused. I'll say that much. That's a tale of a good sign as far as I'm concerned.
Are you ever actively engaged with a conversation with someone who's vastly superior in intelligence than you, and you say something because you misheard what they said, but it just happens to be the one thing that actually fits, but you just don't know that it fits into the context of their conversation?
I'm having a moment like that right now. I'm not. I wish I knew what you just said. I'm on the on the outside.
Incredible.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, you bet. I'm hoping that yes is the answer to that question.
I'm having one of those moments right now. I don't know what you said.
Oh man. Way to make that light bulb brighter, man, because we're not dimming on the same level. Your star sign is Cancer. We don't believe in horoscopes either. That is so Cancer of you to say that, Ray. I got to tell you,
boy.
That is so Cancer of you to say. Yeah.
Speaking of Cancer, I did my ballot in the United States, and here for my mail-in ballot for the old election we got coming up, which some people might have heard about. And the list of other candidates that are not the primary two was unreal. It was about 20 people. There was one guy, his name on the ballot, his nickname, he included it was his first name was John, quotation mark, Cancer, quotation mark, Lengen. I was like,
that could possibly be president?
This was one of the presidential candidates on the mail-in ballot. Yes. Followed by Princess Hanu Ona, two full lines of her name, and then Kanye West.
And Kanye.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
For the princess, right? We need a female president.
That's right. I'll bet you that whoever that John guy is, if he imagine he gets elected, he's gonna wake up in a bachelor apartment somewhere in Utah, and he's gonna be like, "What? I'm a what?
Yeah.
Either what happened?
Either that, or he's gonna destroy the country, and people are gonna be like, "Why did you do it?" He said, "I told you on the ballot. I put Cancer.
Yeah."
I'm gonna kill the whole country.
Yeah. Were you guys thinking astrology at the time? I don't know.
Oh, what if this guy had never heard of the disease cancer and all he knew about was astrology? That sounds fitting for someone who's super into astrology.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it's interesting, man, because so many people believe in it, and it's really interesting. My horoscope this morning told me not to trust anything I read. So I thought that was a little confusing. Is that no? Okay, never mind.
That's like my mom used to say, she would say this to me, believe half of what you read and nothing that you hear.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's weird, though, because I have an interesting relationship, I think, with the law of attraction, at least in my belief of it, because it is pseudoscience, but I have been practicing it. I have been using these, practicing gratitude exercises and, so here, for those of you that might be a little on the outside of this, the law of attraction basically states that you can manifest things that you want to have happen to you using your thoughts. This is the whole thing, selling you your own thoughts. That's why you're buying the book, because they're telling you have the power. And I've been practicing that. And it's weird when things happen that are good because it shows up like coincidence.
It's amazing, isn't it?
You never see Jesus over there in the corner going, I got you. Like, you know what I mean? It's, right? It's never Abraham going in going, I found you and me, baby. Like, it's just.
Can you imagine? Your friend be like, who's that dude? You'd be like, I don't know. Based on everything I've ever heard, I think it's good for us. Yeah.
Yeah. Just my posse. Just my entourage, Jesus and Abraham. No biggie.
Oh, Jesus and Abe. Oh, they're the best.
Yeah.
the Jesus and Abe Road show on the Manifest Destiny tour.
Yeah. Yeah, the second best thing to Robin Williams is the genie. You know what I mean? Like, they're
second best indeed.
well, I like that. That's essentially what it is. And here's the thing: that there's no timeline to it. You can't mathematically prove this stuff. It's never like, well, if you think about it this much, it's just like ordering from a catalog. It'll be there in 3 days. But it's, it's a really challenging thing. So what do we got here? Oh, now I know what you're talking about. That is the next level magical thinking. Yeah, like, so I'm like, have this healthy dose of skepticism with it. I have a very dear friend of mine who believes in this stuff so purely, and that's who I've been learning it from. But it's like, really? Is it true? Is it based in reality? I mean, I'd like to say that, I really do believe it. I really, really do. This pseudoscience stuff. And I don't know what I believe. It's difficult.
A 40-year-old man quests for meaning of life.
Yeah, right. I can't. I don't pretend I know anything.
Yeah,
I do.
Good.
I want to know. If it's real.
What? You're doing better than about 80% of the population with that.
Okay, so here's what I have done. Though I've looked back into my life, into times when things were like amazing moments of my life, and I wanted to see if the law of attraction played a role in it. I'll give you an example, and I'll tell you everything I can about it, and you tell me if you notice anything. Do you know anything about it? Do you subscribe to this law of attraction?
Law of attraction, not manifest destiny.
No, the law of attraction, which is manifesting material things or outcomes or experiences.
You know what? I didn't even know that was the law of the official definition of a law. Who came up with that definition?
I don't know. It goes back a long way, and a lot of genius people allegedly, like Einstein, believes in this. And
I do believe. I think I'm answering your question. I do believe if you think it but you have to put action towards it,
right?
Then it will happen. Yes, and as evident by this year for me, absolutely.
Right. Now, I agree with that. I subscribe to what you just said there too. But here's the debate on that, is that in the law of attraction, they're saying, well, if you put action to it, then in a way, you're announcing that you don't actually have it yet. So that in of itself is a negative way. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know if it makes any sense. Am I making any sense?
Ray Turner said, no, it's bullshit. Makes flat earthers and creationists seem reasonable.
Right. So check this out. I'm 25 years old. I'm doing the Seattle comedy competition. It's industry night. Okay. There's 16 performers that are performing that night. I'm number 15 in the order.
Yeah.
Now, the judges that night are members from CBS, NBC, Comedy Central, and E! Network. Okay. Yeah. This is the biggest show I've ever done in my life.
Right.
And I'm thinking to myself during the day, what are they looking for? How do I do well in front of them? I thought they're talent scouts, so don't waste their time. Every single day, all they do is look at talent. Now, in the competition, you have to hit 3 minutes on stage, but you can't go over 7. So I do 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Every other comedian is trying to get as close to 7 to showcase as much as they possibly have. And I'm thinking they're going to know if they like me within the first couple of seconds of my set.
Right.
So I go on stage, I do 3 minutes and 15 seconds, and that night I come in first place.
Okay.
So, and it was like one of the biggest moments of my career in terms of feeling unbelievably elated.
Yeah.
Because I totally didn't see it happen. Now, I don't know how necessarily the law of attraction plays into that, or was it just like a practical application to it? I don't know. All I know is,
if you believe in what you're doing and you take action towards it, I think you get it. I think everyone's under a different set of circumstances, but I believe it. I believe but you got to work towards it. You can't just like sit in your room and say, you know what, I'm gonna get a $10 million tomorrow. Close my eyes. This is it. Yeah, Santa Claus is going to bring it to me.
Yeah. It's tough, right? And so that's what I don't know if there's anybody watching, both of you. If
no one watches us, we're not. Yeah. Well, Ray Turner and Scott, terrific guests.
That's right. We got Ray Turner and Scott.
We're not funny. We get it. There's no comedy. There's no crumpets. It's just two middle-aged white dudes chatting it up. So, I think it's good.
It's amazing to me, so. These outside mythical things, right? Because astrology is something people really believe in, and they go to depths. Like, it's amazing to me the depths that people go to study the stuff.
Yeah.
And having said that, I now have to go hunt the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
I just, you know what I mean? It's insane.
Look at Ray says, none at all. You delivered good material and didn't seem desperate. That was smart thinking, not magical thinking. All right.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's what kind of makes sense to me. Here's the thing. I'm just saying, I don't know if I'm ready to call it bullshit just yet.
Absolutely.
It's a strange thing, you know. I mean, people swear by it, live their life off it. Originally, astrology was used for farmers to understand when they were supposed to plant their crops.
Yeah.
Now people are using it to bang. And
yeah, I think the idiot within me was like, maybe I could use Manifest Destiny for that. That does not work.
Yeah, just like manifesting certain things, right?
Yeah.
And it's weird too, because astrology is like this non-competitive religion.
Right.
You know, it's like the sport curling when it gets some TV time. Hey, just happy to be here, folks.
Yeah.
You know? Just happy some airtime.
Yeah, just happy to be here.
I'll just be sweeping a huge rock on a clean sheet of ice. Don't mind me.
Oh, man. Well, what else has been happening, man?
Buddy, I've been teaching. I've been teaching a lot this week. I've been substitute teaching.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be as careful as I can, for COVID. So there's been 2 different schools I've been at, and one of them is predominantly really rich white kids, and the other is really rich Asian kids.
Yeah.
And the differences are just beautiful. It is just amazing. Both groups are awesome. They're very well behaved. But the white kids, they have these really big personalities. They have they're funny, they're loud, they like to joke around, they love drama. Their jokes are actually funny. The Asians are they are stark quiet. They are literally pin drop quiet all day long. And they're soldiers. They're coming in, they're doing math all day, they're solving algorithms for countries. It is phenomenal, the intelligence of them. And but their sense of humor is a little bit the color is not what it's supposed to be. It's a blue stop sign.
Right.
So it was really, really interesting just to see these kids go to work, man. I've never had that work ethic before. These were 11-year-old Chinese students, and it was phenomenal. I wish I could. I want to work that.
Right? They're all geniuses. These
kids.
And I'm not saying they just one particular group of people, but there's you're talking about a group of wealthy, very entitled versus not. And it's man, it's a huge difference.
Yeah. It's really crazy, man. So yeah, that's
we've got 5 minutes. So
5 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, listen. I have some fun facts. Let's not discount some fun facts, man. Did you know? And this is based on our theme today for law of attraction and astrology. You know that the moon affects the body just like it affects the ocean. Did you know that? And which is interesting because I can't remember if it was the ocean or my ex that was acting like a total bitch, but I think the moon was behind. No? Okay.
I was thinking Yeah, that makes sense. Body is so much consistent of water. There's a gravitational pull. Absolutely. Yep. And I missed it. Hey, whoop.
Okay. This is actually very interesting. An astrologer predicted. What is it? An astrologer predicted Hitler. That's right. You can believe that? An astrologer predicted that Hitler's rise to power. An astrologer named Fran Eberton predicted it in 1924. Yeah, she predicted his rise to power. This was right this was right before Hitler leaned in and said, "I will kill all the Jews." And
I just happened to be in the row behind him. Like, this one, I think something's going to happen here.
Yeah,
I'm going to predict this. I'm going to go out on a limb here.
She's probably like, so you're probably going to rise to power and kill a lot of them. What you say? Huh?
This one's going to do some bad.
I don't mean to brag, but I'm pretty good at what I do. Yes, please, let's be friends.
Yeah. Okay, Drake, next fun fact.
Next fun fact is the law of attraction is a scientific law that science cannot prove. Yeah, that's why I always order extra food for my imaginary friends. That's basically what's
That's very nice of you.
Yeah, it's very interesting. You think that that drugs would help with the law of attraction? I mean, if it's all about keeping yourself happy and thinking good thoughts and high vibrations, wouldn't you think that being like on MDMA or mushrooms or even THC, that stuff would just keep you floating, even just a cup of coffee? You know what I mean? It's like, hey,
yes,
I'm feeling good. And then all of a sudden it's like, cool, a Ferrari, Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
Before the Hep C, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like just
before the Hep C.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. Oh man, that's a good one, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, 2 minutes.
Okay, one more fun fact, and then we will wrap this up. You know that Japanese people attribute personality traits to their blood types instead of their horoscopes. Oh. And so do vampires. So let's put the old Japanese in check. You know what I mean?
I think vampires are like, I prefer B positives. That's
well, you can imagine that pickup line at a bar.
B positive. That's none of this. 57-year-old A. No, thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, and by that I mean lady and gentlemen who've been watching us, thank you so much.
Ray and Scott, thank you very much. Our two viewers, amazing as always.
Yes, thank you for joining us here at the old Comedy and Crumpets. We do love anybody that tunes in and watches and contributes in a wonderful, cheery way. We will be back here next week, same time at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Mountain Time, and 11 p.m. UK time. We hope that you guys continue to be safe, have fun, and we will see you next week.
Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Remember, we're just two idiots telling jokes. That's all it is. But thank you very much for watching. Have a great week, everybody.